last days, the day of God's power, where prayer and fasting shall be required for us to secure our place in God's end time move. We need prayer and fasting in the last days. If you remember in Luke chapter 5 and from verse 33 to 35, Luke chapter 5 and from verse 33, and they said to him, why do the disciples of John fast often and make prayers? Likewise the disciples of the Pharisee. And he said, but your own disciples are eating and drinking. And Jesus answered and said, can you make the children of the bride chamber fast while the bridegroom is with them? And verse 35 says, but the days will come. Say with me, we are in that day now. He said the days will come. This is Jesus answering them. He said, when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. So we are in that days, these last days, the days where power is required. Romans chapter 8 and verse 19, the earnest expectation of the creature. What are they waiting for? The manifestation of the sons of God. This is that day. So for you to take your place in God's end time agenda, you need power. And power is impossible without prayer and fasting. They brought a demon-possessed boy to the disciples of Jesus. They could do nothing. And they asked Jesus, Matthew 17 and from verse 20, why is it that we could not cast this demon out? Why is it that we are still sleeping and people are still pressing us? You're still suffering from spirit husband, spirit wife. Why is it that this situation persists? Look at what he said in verse 20. He says, it's because of your unbelief. Verily I say, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, remove to yonder place, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. But howbeit, verse 21, there are certain kind that will not go out, except by what? Prayer. There are some kind of breakthrough you will never have, but by prayer and fasting. So prayer and fasting is non-negotiable if you must enter into the fullness of God's plan and purpose for your life. Can I hear your amen?